Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. I just want to say I've received a lot of questions on YouTube and I'm really grateful that I am in a position where I can make these videos and upload them for people who are struggling like I am. Every time I read that instruction booklet I go a little bit crazy. Delonghi, you really need to fix that. But I am in a position where I can make videos and upload them, but I'm not an expert. This is just me playing for my machine. So what we're going to look at today is changing some of the settings in the machine. So what I want to look at in particular is removing the water filter, because I just did that. A nice water filter came with the machine, but it's dead now. It's done its due diligence and I need to replace it, but I don't have another one, so I'm going to remove it. If you remove it, you're supposed to tell the machine, and I think that will impact on the amount of descaling you need to do, so I will get myself another filter. But at the moment, I'm going to remove the water filter and tell the machine. So all the settings that you need are in the second little button from the top. It just looks like the picture on the settings of your phone. It looks like a little wheel or something. And you need to hold that down for 5 seconds. And what will happen, the settings buttons will light up. Okay, so let's do that. So it's the second one. You've got your milk button and then you've got your settings button. So let's hold that down. Okay, so now the lights have, all the buttons have lit up. So to tell the machine that you have removed the water filter, you need to hit the little milk jug button. So you just press that, okay, and then the beans will light up. The 3 beans for the coffee. The 3 beans for the coffee say that there is a water filter in there. So if you want to tell the machine there is none, you press the little scoop for the coffee, okay? And that's saying there is no filter. So when I do get a filter again, I'll go through this again and I'll press the coffee beans and the 3 will light up and it will tell the machine that it has a filter. Okay, so to confirm your selection, you hit the milk jug again. Okay, it starts to flash to say that it's confirmed, and then you hit the setting button to go out of the settings menu. So now we're ready to make a coffee again. Okay, not that I'm going to at the moment. Okay, so what we're going to look at now is we're going to look at changing the coffee temperature. So I do believe it probably comes preset at medium. So well, that's what I'm assuming. So I'm going to try to set it to high. Okay, I don't need it at high. I'm quite happy with it at medium, but wouldn't mind actually checking out what the difference is. So again, I'm going to access the settings menu by pressing the wheel for 5 seconds. Okay, now to get the coffee temperature, you've got your different coffees down here. Okay, and these coffees represent numbers in the settings menu. And the coffee temperature happens to be number 1. So I'm going to touch the coffee temperature for the number 1. And that's telling the machine that I want to change the temperature. And yes, as I assumed, it comes preset on the middle bean. So that means it's medium. So I'm going to now go up to the high. Okay, and then I need to press that coffee button, the number 1 again, to say I'm happy, I'm confirming it. And now we're on a high temperature. And again, we go out of the settings menu by pressing the settings button. And now we're ready to use the machine. Okay, you'll notice on my machine that the black coffee's lit up, and that's because I don't have the milk jug in. If I had the milk jug in, that'd all be lit up. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is look at the water hardness, because mine, I never ended up changing the water hardness on mine, and it only had a water hardness of 1. And I do believe that the water hardness does make an impact on the amount of times you have to descale. I've had the machine now probably 6 months, and I've only had to descale it twice. I just did the last descaling. So that's once every 3 months, which I'm happy with, and I think that is probably because I had the water filter in, because I hadn't set the water hardness, but it did think that it did know that I had a water filter in. So I'm going to change that to level 1. So again, we need to access the settings button. So I'm going to hold that down for 5 seconds. Now the lights have lit up. The water hardness is the 3rd coffee in. 1, 2, 3. On my particular machine, it's the cappuccino mix. People's machines are different. I think there's about 8 different machines, but on mine the 3rd one in, so I'm going to hit the 3rd one. And now it's saying, okay, at the moment, it's set at level 4, which is the scoop. My hardness is a 1, so you hit the first bean for 1, the second bean for 2, the third bean for a hardness of 3, and the coffee scoop for a hardness of 4. Again, you have to confirm with the machine that's what you want. So I'm hitting the number 3 coffee again, because the number 3 coffee is the water hardness indicator. And then to exit the settings, I press the settings button. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for the moment. I've had a few questions about those ones, so I did those particular settings. I'm not going to do a descaling video because there is a really good descaling video on the internet at the moment on YouTube, and it's under the UK Delonghi. The other Delonghi ones, they don't speak. It's just some mute guy with music in the background, smiling vapidly at the camera and touching things. Makes no sense to me. But the UK one, the guy does explain it to you, and he also has 2 videos on descaling. He has one for if you have the crema system, and one for if you don't have the crema system, and he steps it through really well. So if you want to look at descaling machine, I recommend you use that. Every time the 2 times I've descaled it, I've gone back to that video and had a look. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I actually have subscribers. I'm blown away, I'm amazed. I just really wanted to learn how to use the machine, and I'm thrilled if I can help other people. So if you've got something in particular that you want to know, let me know in the comments. I tried to go through all the comments to find out what people are asking, but I'm new to YouTube, so I didn't really know how to do that. So I just went with a few that were recent. But thank you very much, and yeah, enjoy your machine.